Cast is now starting. All attendees are in.
Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome Scribblers. This is Kevin, and tonight we're going to go over the Book of Armor, and I'm going to explain in depth what I mean about this. And what I say up here is Scribble provides quality tools to do most of the work, and that's so true. Yes, and I'm going to get started. And don't worry, what is your biggest issue with starting? For people that didn't say they haven't started, what is the biggest issue? And for those who have started, have you done more than one ebook? Have you done two? And are you continuing? Okay. Finding the topic, the niche. Great, great, great. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it is you guys have completed. A lot of you guys have completed at three. Okay. Okay, a three. I didn't even ask for that one. But that's funny. Yes, a five. So you guys got 3 books. You got 5. All right. Some of the coloring books too. Wonderful. Wonderful. Just coming to the end of the first one. Great, you guys. Now, and like I said, this is going to be a question and answer tonight because I think people should get feedback. And I'm going to give you my opinion. Then I'm going to come back and ask you guys. What it is, just write about something. Copy content. If you have to copy a roundabout way, and this is, I really don't like writing, the understanding of writing, what's really out there. So that you or may not, this is just my opinion and learn through the years, being a moment to really be successful. Only 5% of those people were anomalies and did create success. And this is from things that I've seen where people, businesses, that people usually under 30, and I was part of that group. When I was under 30, I wasn't into doing anything. But this is just data telling me what I've seen. So people under 30, 95% really weren't that great with success. There was only 5% of them. Now, people from the 30 years to the mid 40s are usually the inventors of the world on average from what I've seen. You know, their brains pop and look out, great ideas happen. This is just from what I've seen. Usually in that realm is where, you know, from 30 to the mid 40s. And a lot of inventing comes after that, of course. Now it's different when you're 50, 60. Some of the best writers in the world don't even start until their late 40s or 50s and even up. And the wisdom hits. The wisdom hits. 40 years old and above become very dedicated to a project, and you can count on them much more to finish what they started. And these are things that I've seen. And this is just some data that I wanted to show you guys because it really made a difference for me on so many different things. Can you guys hear me okay? Someone said that I just lost sound. I don't want to lose any sound here. Yeah, and someone's saying too, there is plagiarism software out there that you can put your content into. I like that. And if you do write something that that's very personal and you really do enjoy, it will be much easier for you because you know the subject. If you're trying to write something that you don't know much information about, of course it's going to be hard. But a lot of the good writers out there are writing new stuff that's just, you know, when you read it, you see it in a movie or whatever, you're blown away because some of these things have twists that we can't even figure out. And most of the stuff we all can figure out usually. But, you know, there are such fantastic new things coming out that, you know, we don't know the twist. And that's what I really like. A lot of people are inputting, and I really do appreciate it. Really do. And where do we find PLR content? Just go online. There's a lot of free PLR content out there. You can actually pay $10 a month and get all the PLR content that you want. There's a lot of it out there. Okay, if you write about something, just make sure that you are interested in that niche somewhat and go forward. Now, another thing I want to say is just start doing. Don't sit around. Don't watch TV all night. Or if you are going to watch TV, park your computer to the side, listen to the TV, but start writing. It's amazing once you start how you will not stop. Just keep going forward and write. That's all I can say. Even if you don't think it makes sense, it probably won't make sense. Come back. You're going to edit it a second time, a third time, you know, and just keep going. You know, every stroke of the pen and, you know, is going forward. So just keep going forward. And of course, if you spend 5 hours on a project or you spend 10 hours on a project, who's going to win? It's the 10-hour person, usually. The more time you put in, the more ideas, the more content you're going to have, the more chances. It is a numbers game in many things. So just keep putting time. And I do say here, every single person on this call, you can find 60 minutes in a day. If you can't find 60 minutes in a day, what is going on with your life? Cool down, calm down, kick back, and shut the door and just find the time, because this is your future. In the world of today, everybody's jumping online. Conventional jobs are not the same as they were. And it is the funnest job to have. There's no doubt about it. Sitting in front of a computer and, earning a full-time income is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Sure, you may have to pick up the phone and, make a follow-up phone call, whatever you're doing, whatever you're marketing or whatever you're selling. Or if even if you're marketing your own book, you do have to get people interested in it. You're not going to write a book and have it sit there and someone's going to buy it. It's not going to happen. You have to get out there and learn, how to market. You do. Or find the right person to help you market. If you've got a great book, find somebody that's going to help you get out there. You got to get a publisher and you got to get out there. And if you don't have a book to write about anything, like I said before, think of a trip you took to a nearby city, taking your kids to a park, whatever it is, start writing. And right here, of course, this is what I mentioned, outline first. To me, okay, I think I'm back now. Can you guys hear me now? Fantastic. Sorry about that. I'll keep looking over. Yeah, the internet just kind of froze on me and I didn't even notice it. Sorry about that. But I am back. So I hope you guys caught that. And I'll come back here real quick and just explain kind of what I was doing real quick. I was going to add a page. So what I do is I go down to the very bottom, click on the plus sign, and then it's going to say add a page. Now these are templates here. I'm just going to say add a page. And I'm going to go forward here. There it goes. It's working. And I'm just going to pick agency. Now I'm taking a page from another template and putting it on this template. So just for the sake of doing it, I'm just going to grab something here. I'm going to grab this page. And there it goes. So have you guys, I've been gone for that many minutes, huh? Okay. Well, then I will get back to a little bit what I was talking about. Thank you, guys. So the internet was doing real bad. So what I was talking about earlier, and you guys didn't miss a lot, was just outlining, of course. Back the way up, I will. I'll back up a little bit more, you guys, and just do it. Did you guys get to the point where we were on this page where it said outline first? And this is one of the last pages. So I'll just do a quick refresher. Okay. Like I said at the very, very beginning of the call, outline first. It's the most important thing you can do when you're writing. And you guys really want to outline. Your table of contents should be your outline as we go forward. And you really do, for now, your table of contents is a good starting point for you guys. You're going to be you're going to gain a lot of momentum as you start writing more and more, and you're going to teach yourself how to do it even better. I was talking about, okay, I'm going to go back just a little bit then, where you guys went back a little bit further. Okay, I see what we were talking about, and that's because it froze up on us. Okay, real quick, I did want to go back here, and I wanted to tell you guys said you missed this. The data that I've shown in the past from being a programmer was, and I'm gonna reverse on this and just say it again. Men and women under 30 years old, 95% of them, of course, they're doing too many things to be successful. 5% only, and this is just from data that I've seen, would be an anomaly and create success. 95% of people under 30 are doing too many things. They're getting girlfriends and boyfriends and everything else. And, we were all like that, I'm sure, or most of us. I was probably part of the 95% not doing anything myself when I was under 30. People from 30 to 40 years old or in the mid 40s are usually the inventors on average from what I've seen. Their brains pop and look out, great ideas happen. This is not to say that anybody in their 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s, everybody invents, but the majority just hit it within this realm from their 30s to their mid 40s. That's just what I've seen. The people 40 years and above are the ones dedicated to a project. You can count on them much more than anybody to finish what they started. These are the people you can rely on. The other thing is too, wisdom means a lot. It really does. So, and I'm not saying that with everybody. You can get good wisdom and bad wisdom, but there is a lot of people that can give you good ideas, and they can be young too, because there's some young people out there that are wonderful and have experienced a lot more than many people have, many, many years older. But for the majority, wisdom means a lot. So, do listen to people that have a lot of experience, but only listen to them if you feel good about those people and you have respect. If they're there just to tear you down, or their ego's too high and they're so much better than you, walk away. That's all I can say. If someone has an ego that's too good to even talk to you or speak to you, there's no reason to be around people like that. It's unnecessary. And let me tell you, I've seen them all. I really have through the years. So you really want to just start doing, make your brain react. Keep the keyboard, be as loud as you can on that keyboard. And, I did say earlier, everybody can find 60 minutes. Everybody can find 60 minutes in their day, and I do. And I'm looking at some of these people, my brain's still popping in my mid 60s. I love it. And of course, and I love that. And it will. And not to say, many, many inventors and entrepreneurs start much later in life. A lot of writers do. Actually, a lot of writers start later in life. That's a proven fact. Let me see. I'm seeing somebody talk about 30-year-olds. Okay, that's great. But nobody, like I said earlier, everybody can find 60 minutes. Just find 60 minutes. Turn on the TV if you have to, if you're addicted to it. Just kind of put it so you can hear it, but not watch it, and start writing. That's all I can say. The only reason you're not in first place is because you're doing other things. And, you can walk the finish line or you can run, and it's up to you. It's up to each one of us. So I'm going to go down here a little bit, start doing, like I said earlier, start everything with an outline. You have to. So tonight, or tomorrow, please, you have to be able to, write down 3 to 5 bullets. Create chapters out of your head. Even if you don't know what you're going to write, just write something that interests you. Like, the night was dark and creepy. Something crazy. Like I walked with my girlfriend and everything was wonderful and music was playing. Just write something. Write something, 5 of them, and start running with it with a book. That's all you've got to do. You really did. Boy, I really hit the bullet point here. I'm getting a lot of people firing back on when I said most of the entrepreneurs were, from their 30s to their mid 40s. I said most, not all. There's still at least 30% of the people, and I did say this, that most people that are in their 60s and 70s and 50s, it doesn't matter. Those are the people that really have some of the best books that have ever been written. So, like I said, I didn't offend anybody. I said that's just data that I've seen being a programmer. And we were pretty nerdy, so we don't know everything. Nerds don't know hardly anything. You know how that goes. Okay, so just remember, when you go to chapter 1, start writing based on the hook, the bullet point, highlight that I place in the table of contents. The writing here takes a mind of its own. Just start writing, things that you know about, understand, and spin it. Spin it from the beginning of the outline. If you think it's hard to write, like I said earlier, it's because your brain told you it's hard to write. You will do what your brain tells you. And don't think any different. We're pretty basic creatures, And you have to just understand that we motivate ourselves. We truly do. And it is nice to work with people. I've always liked working with different teams because you learn so much. You truly do. I've learned, a lot about programmers. They can barely tie their shoes, but they're geniuses in many ways. And, they taught me programming, but about basic life, they weren't the people to inform you on anything that you needed to know. Believe me. Okay, and numbers never lie. And this is one thing I have to tell you. The more you write, you will eventually hit it big someday. I'm still waiting for my day. My team in the past, we have written thousands of pages of web content that actually paid us millions of dollars throughout the years. So I know writing can be profitable in many different angles, many different ways. And I said the word angle. And a lot of times you have to think of a new angle for a book. You can't rewrite a book that someone already did. Think of a new angle. And I know this because of marketing. You have to do when you're marketing online. Some of the training that we all do is you have to come up with a new angle, and a new angle can be something just new wording, a new picture, just twist it a little bit, and that's a new angle basically. And the people that are in their 80s and 90s and hundreds are have the best wisdom of all. That's what I got to say. So I am getting feedback from everybody. So God bless you, Sylvia. And I have to say that is wonderful. So start writing, please, because I want to see some of that wisdom come out of all of you people. Okay, right here, this is the new page. And the new page basically says, create a new heading here. That's what I'm going to do. Once you have your ebook ready, then you have to save it and then publish it. This is where we will start editing. So I'm going to start editing a little bit here and kind of show you guys what we're doing. I did add a page, and I'm going to delete this just so you guys can see it. So hang on a second. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, this is a page that I added from another template. I'm going to show you guys what I did. So actually, I'm going to go right here to page 4. I'm going to go up and hit the plus sign. And this is how you add a new page from another set of templates, which is really smart. I think it's great. So find something that you like. I chose business and investing. I'm going to go to this book, completely different than the one I'm writing. Okay, and I'm just going to choose this one. Now it added. So this is from a completely different template. So this is something that you guys need to know. Just remember, hit the plus sign. It's kind of funny. A lot of the editing tools will get in your way. You just kind of lightly go around it. You'll find the plus and then add to it. It says web design here. We can change the picture. This is a picture, as you guys can see. You can move it around. You can do it. Oh, look at this. I want to show you guys something. This is something that I couldn't even see. There is text behind the picture, and I wouldn't have seen it unless I moved the picture over there. So I'm going to jump into this. I'm going to see if I can highlight it. I did. And now I'm going to put it in black because I didn't even know there was content here. So this is a good way to check it out. Now, you look at the Wizzywig. I call this the Wizzywig Editor. The first A is text color. The second A is background. If you highlight something, like if I highlighted this and I wanted a background of red, the whole thing would be red. I just want to, let's just say I want to do it in black because now we'll see the content. Now I uncheck it and there we go. So now I'm going to get out of this a little bit, drag this over, and there's the content. Now, I don't know where, that was kind of wild because the content just came up because I had this. So I'm going to see if I can find something else here. Okay, I got to move this up a little bit so I can move this. It was in my way. Ah, look at this. I'm moving this around. And this is something you guys should know. Here is more content. So I'm going to scroll down. Let's see if it's all over down here. I'm moving the picture, and that's the only way I can kind of see it. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click in it, highlight it. I'm going to go to the first A, text color, and I'm going to hit black. So now I know I have some more content here. So I'm going to move this back up. And I know this is kind of weird what I'm doing, but I had no idea. I just built this page with you guys here, but I found, oh, there's more content here too. So it's telling me there's more content. So I got to drag that over. I'm going to highlight that one. It's pretty easy, really, guys. I'm just going to do that. So that was a heading. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to, okay, hang on a sec. Put that up there. Put this up here. And now I've got a lot of different things I can do here. Now, I like the pictures left and right sometimes. They work pretty good. Here's another paragraph here. I don't know. This is going to be here. You know what? I'm going to delete this because I don't need this right here. Or if I need something, I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to delete that element. It says delete. So now I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to move this one a little up. I'm going to move this one over here and just see what I've got. Okay, so now I'm kind of framing the page up, is what I call it. I'm framing it. And that's a headline here. And let me move that a little bit further. Or I'm going to move that down so I can move this over. If you have two editors or like two of these sections, it's hard to move them. It truly is. So I'm going to try to get this one up. Oh, and I have another header up here. So hang on a sec. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this where it says header. And then I'm going to see if I can delete. No, I don't want to delete that, page 3. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to move this up just a little bit. That's what I got there. Okay, I'm going to move this over and just kind of have it be a bullet point. And then I'm going to have this just move a little bit over because it's to frame it up a little bit better. And then I'm going to move this content up. Let me see. Was there? Oh, there's something else here. Look at this. I'm finding all sorts of stuff. Okay, I'm going to keep this one because this one's kind of cool. I'm going to put it right there just to kind of stage it down just a little bit more. Let's see if I can kind of, it'll look good. Let me see. We're just kind of making it look different. Now in this heading, I'm going to see if I can put some text. Let me see what I got here. Oh, wow, there is stuff here. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here and I am going to, right here, I'm just going to put content just to keep it. And then I'm going to put it red so we can see it. Okay, so that's there. And so right now I'm just kind of messing around editing this and see how we have the fake content here. Of course, that was there. So there's a lot of stuff that I found on this page that I would have not have found unless I had moved this picture everywhere in here. And that's just the way it is. I think it was because I brought it in on a white background here and it kind of just offset it with what we were doing. Okay, so let me see, copy. It copies the entire, okay, people are telling me, yes, of course, it copies the entire page with different templates on it. Okay, so that's what it did. Thank you, Lynn. Okay, so now we have 2 extra pages here. So basically when I started, I only had the table of contents and I had page 1, page 2, page 3. Now I'm on page 4 right here. Let me see how this looks. Okay. So right off the bat, let me see if I can move this. Nope. Page number 4, that's fine. And then we have a picture. I would normally change this picture out. And I would go to like Pixabay or something like that, and I would change this out because we're not doing web design. I want to do something on content. And right here, I would say create a new heading here. My 4th bullet point up here was you have 2 paths, left or right. So let me copy that. Let me go down here. And this is kind of my new heading. So that's going to be my heading right here. Let me just take that. Now, when I copied it, you see it had the gray behind it. It took the gray with it from up here. I want to show you guys a trick. And this is something that you need to know because everybody can copy and paste. And if you can't, we're going to show you. So not everybody can copy and paste, but we're at least going to show you. So right here, I'm going to highlight this again because look at the 2 different colors. You see the light gray and the black. That's wrong. So go over here. You're going to take the background color. And then you're going to see the X. and you guys are going to hit the X, and that should take it out. It did. It did. So just remember when you copy and paste, if there's some weird colors there, it's the background. This is background. This is text. Just remember. Now watch. I'm going to show you what's some trick here. So if you copy this and you go over the background and I do yellow, fluorescent yellow, watch what happens. Look at that. You can't even see it. So I go back and I'll hit that and I'll just exit. I'll exit out and it comes back to normal. Now, if I want to change this to a blue, just the text. Now I go to text. I don't go to this side. I go to this side and I'll hit the blue. And it may, you know, that's a little hard to read, truly. I'm just going to go back to white. Sometimes you just got to stick with the basic blacks and whites. It does work really well. So you have two paths. Okay, here we go. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to capitalize. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I do it too much of the first word. I won't do like of. I'll do travel. I'll do left and right. That's fine. Now this is a little small. So watch this. I'm going to go here and I'm going to make the font a little bigger. We go to this really good, the Element Advanced Settings. Click on that. You see the font over here? Let's change it to, oh wow, 31 really blew it out. Okay, I'm going to go to 35. So that looks good. So now we're on 35, which is perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, you have two paths. Okay. And right here, this is where we gotta start writing our content. And like right now, I'm just going to guess what I'm going to write. We have two paths to travel. You know, I'm just going to start writing. Let's just see what we go. And I'm just going to say, once you start writing, can't even write, can't even spell. Okay, once you start writing, you may have several ideas. And that's basically, you know, your right path, your left path, because you're always going to want to put something before something else, of course. And sometimes you're going to switch those around. It's going to sound, after you write like a paragraph or two or three, many times you're going to rewrite it and you're going to edit it. I do it all the time. So once you start writing, you know, you're going to have several ideas. Go with the one that feels the best. Okay, I'm just saying here, do not stop writing. And just do what you know, go with the idea that feels the best and do not stop writing. And I'm going to come back and edit this. This is not great by any means. I'm just showing you guys kind of what I do when I go forward. You know, just start writing. You have several ideas. Go with the idea that feels the best and do not, and never, do not stop writing. And I'll put here, and never take that out. See, I'm editing right now. And never stop writing. And then you want to say something like, then you know, think of something. Just think of anything that you're doing. Think of a story or something that you did. How, you know, at one time I wrote a book that made me $10,000 without knowing it. Now, what I mean about this, and I'm gonna counter this right here. I'm gonna put this in white. It's too much red. And actually, I'm gonna do this all in white for now because it's too much. I'm just kind of giving you guys the idea of what we're doing. Once you start writing, you may have several ideas. Go with the idea that feels the best and never stop writing. At one time, I wrote a book that made me $10,000. I'm going to put the dollar sign here without knowing it. And this is true. This is what I'm going to tell you. I actually had data from creating color schemes for 3D filament and kept the data for years. And I'm just kind of flying here. And this is how I write content. And I just go with it and then I'll come back here. I actually did make 10,000. Then I'm going to put here after 4 years, I had someone ask me where they could find cool colors for the 3D printing industry. This actually happened to me too. And this is kind of crazy. I actually had the data. So now it was actually my wife. She came back. She said, let's write a book. Let's put a book together and you'll put some different verbiage in it and all this other stuff. And we'll put your data and your content in there. And sure enough, I did sell a book for $10,000. It was 50 some colors that took me years of experience of creating in the plastics industry. And I did actually market and sold that book. I only sold it once, but it was great. It was great. It was just from things that I had done from the past. And we actually wrote some content around it on how they needed to do things and how they were splitting it up, what will work, what won't work. So we actually, wrote that book and it did come about. So after 4 years, I had someone ask me where I could find the cool colors for 3D for the 3D printing industry. Period. And that's it. And then what from there, I put the book together and, put it together, and the rest is, what I'm saying, it's history. And this is not content that I would write for a book, but I'm just telling you a little story. And this is kind of how you should do things. Just start writing what you feel good about. And if it's fiction or nonfiction, then start elaborating with it. There are so many great stories out there. I would love to read what a lot of you guys are doing. If you guys have a really good book that's just fabulous and you want someone to go buy it, I'll go buy a book. Let me know what you guys are writing out there. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing. Okay, can I show someone wants to know how I added this page with a different template once again? Yes, we can. Someone else is asking the same thing. Does it copy the entire template page so the text there will copy as well? Yes, it will. You're right. Okay, let's try it one more time and I'm going to show you guys. First of all, I'm going to save. No, if I save, it's going to eat up data. I'm just going to go, well, let me save it. Let me just try it. I don't want to lose it. So we'll give it a second. Oh, that was fast. Okay, we're going to add a page again. Now I want to show you guys, look how different it looks. And this is all from Scribble. I didn't change the pictures and they look great. I have to say the pictures look great. And I would go through this, of course, but I'm flying from the seat of my pants here, just kind of throwing things together. But when I really dig in and I do write some books that you guys haven't seen that I really spent some time on several weeks, and then I use them for different things, for different training manuals or different items. And we all want to write that book. I'm actually now, since Scribble, there's so many things that have happened throughout my life or so many ideas that I want to do. Why not? Shoot it out there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to delete this page. Or no, I'm not. This page we put a little work into. But right here at the bottom of page, this is page 5 actually. Okay, let me see something here. Okay, I'm just going to page 5. Okay, hang on a second. I want to put that in black. No, I won't. Okay, let's just do it. Let's add the page. Hit the plus sign at the very bottom of the page. Guess what happens? It says, current template pages. If you wanted to add, this is the current template that I started with. No, I don't want to do that. Import, if you have some of the upgrades and you guys got the bonus templates, they'll be here. Import pages from other packs. I have all the packs also, of course, but this is what a lot of you have is the different pages right here. So you want to use those. And so right here, you can pick anything: arts, betting, computer software, internet, e-business. I'm going to say education. Now it's going to populate over here. See, I already used this one, so I don't want to go to that one. my life diary, learning, early learning, self-study. I'm going to graphic design, graduate. Okay, I'm going to use graduate career. So I'm picking another template. Now the pages populate underneath that. You know what? This is kind of like the first template that I have. I'm going to go back. I don't like that one. Let's pick something else. English for everyone. That's just education right there. Let's see what that has. Beautiful. This will work. So I'm going to say page 2, and there it populates. So I hope several of you were asking about that. So there is another page. Now look at this. I'm sure it's all, yep, all the verbiages. You can see where the spaces are. So now I just got to go through there, highlight, and remember what I'm doing here. We go to the first Wizzywig. We're going to go to the text color. You put your mouse over it, hit the text color, hit black if it's on white. And there you go. And if you want to start out to bold it, then you can see it much better. Then if you want to unbold it, do it. If you want to italicize, do that. Bold. Hit the italicize again. So there's so many different things that you guys can do as you're going forward here. There truly is. And linking, if you guys have never done a link, you guys, if you don't know how to do that, this is the cool thing about online ebooks. Remember that you guys can do a lot of different links. You can highlight this, highlight verbiage here, and say, put a link in. A little pop-up's going to come up. You're going to put in, say, https:// google.com. I'm just doing an example here. So now, if I did this and I put the title, I just put, content and hit OK, guess what? This highlights, but now this is a clickable link. So when someone reads your book online and they click on the link, it's going to take them to google.com. So when you watch this recording and you want to put links into different things, this is really huge if you guys want to put things where people have references. So you can say reference this, reference that. You just do a clickable link. You just highlight it, then go up here and add the link. That's about it. And this will remove the link. So if I want to remove this link, this is great. You just highlight it and you just say, cut that link out. Boom, it's gone. So the tools are really something you guys need to understand. I'm seeing something too. Yeah, the cover page, it doesn't allow you to do the cover page. The page is inside the template. Yes, I understand that. So there is so much more that we can do. Pictures are easy to do. If you wanted to change the picture, of course, this is the picture. You're going to hit that. You're going to say that. You're going to say upload. So let's just say some of the pictures that I've had in the past. I don't have a lot of pictures uploaded, but we're going to show you guys how to upload a lot of pictures. Like I could choose this picture again. You guys have seen this picture. Let's just choose it so you guys can see it. So I'm going to say that. Let me just scroll down here, see what I've got. Oh yeah, I've got some stuff here. Oop. Some of the 3D stuff and everything else. Okay, so one of the pictures came up, and you guys can see kind of what I did here. And this is way too small. Let me see if I can back this up. Nope, it won't let me do that. But I can change the picture out again and go from there. So I just did this picture, and I don't like it. It's way too small of a picture here. So I go back, hit the plus sign, tell them I want a bigger picture for that matter. And I'm going to put anything here. I'm just going to throw a picture up of one of the things that I had from one of my books, I guess. I'm going to put a free stock photo. Okay, that'll work for right now. And we can go forward. Oh, image width. Look at this. I do want to show you this. See how small it is? Go over here. This is in this editor right here. It's not in the other one. It's in the yellow editor. And it's going to say the picture. I'm going to put this at 600. Click out of it. And there it is. So just remember, you have all this different items that you guys can mess with and pull down and do all your other stuff. I'm going to pull this down a little bit. I've got this. Once again, let me see what content I have here. Oh yeah, there we go. and I'm going to go black. So now I can see it again. And look at this right here. If you guys wanted to, you highlight it and say you want to center it. Instead of trying to get this over here, just hit the center, the align center. And there you go. So this little editor is powerful. If you haven't used it much, just use it. You have left justified, center, right justified. You have everything here. You have the links, cut links, add links. You have the tools, bold. There's so much you guys can do. Okay, so that's good there. Let's see what we have here. I want to see something else. Let's see. I don't like the font. Do we have the fonts? We do have the fonts. I'm sure we have here we go. And you guys can do that. And let's see what we have here. Let's see if we can go to other fonts here, and we can do all sorts of things. Actor, Abizi. See it changing over there on me? It is changing. I just want to kind of get something that's kind of different. Ultra. So you guys can see you can use all sorts of different things to change your font out too. And do that. To start using different things to really be different, really. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm trying to see what I can do. Okay, I'm going to go back to one here. I saw this one. Okay, that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'll just keep that one right there. And that's good. I'm just going to highlight it and put it into another color so you guys can see that. So I hope when you guys go back to the training, at least you're watching me, do the tools. It's very important that you understand the tools, because if you understand the tools, you can make your book look great. You truly can. And we'll change these pictures. We'll change everything else as we go forward. But you guys kind of get the idea here, where we're going and what we need to do to write. Now, what I'm going to start doing is I'm really going to dig in with some of these other tools too, so you guys can understand. Let me ask you this. Do you guys have any issues with adding pictures and adding fonts and things like that? Do you guys need training on that? Or what would you like to see in the webinars coming up? What's the main thing you guys would really like to focus on as we go forward? Go ahead and put it into your questions there, please, because I really want to see and dig in. I'd like to take someone's ebook if I had some time, if we could get some sent in, and I'll help, throw some pictures in or edit it or do anything I can to help you out. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, the microphone's still working, thank God. Okay, so you guys want to market your ebooks. That's a lot of how to submit. Okay, a lot of it. Sendable. So you guys, that's smart. We can get into sendable. We can get into the little email autoresponder. So there is a lot. There's a lot you guys are asking for. How can we add a border on a picture? Okay, let's look at that. That's a good question. Let's see if we can do that within this. I can show you in Snagit how to do it, but let's see. Let's see if we have something there that says border. And I'm going to look at it. I'm not sure. Image border. Let's just see. Here we go. White dark thumbnail border. Let's see if that. There you go. So who was just asking that question? Editing. That's how we do it. You just taught me something too. I've never used the inside border myself. So if you click on a picture and you want to do a border, click on the element advanced. This is your main little thing to hit, this little gear, and you want a border. And thank you for that, because I haven't used the image border yet, but it was easy to find. And we're going to say dark thumbnail. And there we go. If we did white, it wouldn't show up. It's white on white. So right there, we just added borders to the picture. So that was great. I really appreciate that, Bettine. I really do. Okay, would like to be able to add entire Google Doc document. That's 50 plus pages. Can we create video with the ebook? Convert ebook to video. This is a trick I can show you. I actually did this. You need, in my opinion, you'd need the flip book. This is what I did. Someone just asked a question, and this is, I want to explain something to you, being a programmer. A PDF is an image file, basically. meaning it's like a JPEG or a PNG. Everybody knows a JPEG. This is a JPEG right here. You really can't edit the content or the text because it's an image. Now, and just know that when it's an image, you can't really edit it unless, that's what it is. So when you do a PDF and we actually do the PDF, we can highlight the content in the PDF. They let you do that, but they don't really let you put videos into it. You can put clickable links to go to a video, and that's different. Whereas, let's just say a website, it's called HTML. HTML is code, meaning that you can edit it and you can put pictures in it and videos and all that. That's what YouTube is. It's an HTML format, real easy. You can do anything. A PDF is like a standard image. It's like a huge image, and you can't really edit anything. It's just one big image, and it has a few little attributes to it, but it's not like HTML. Now, someone's going to come out with it, and they're going to come out, and I know they can do it. It is a PDF with a video file within. And we're actually checking that out now, and it can be done. Anything can be done. So we're going to try to see if it's possible to put videos directly on a PDF. To me, it's like an iframe. It's called an iframe, which allows you to put an image within a box. And that's what I think it should do. Okay, I'm going to go to another questions. Can our ebooks be uploaded to Amazon? I would imagine so. It's a PDF. So I would imagine you could upload this. That's a great question. And I have written books. It's been a long time since I've thrown them into Kindle. But that's a great question. I'm going to find out. But it is a PDF. So my knowledge says, yes, you can. You should be able to do that. Need to accept larger files. I don't understand quite what you're asking, but go ahead, and if you want to fire back and let me know a little bit more information. If you want circles, ovals, use radius. Okay, great. There are some cool tools in here. So radius, let's see what we have here. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, radius. Let's see what we have. Circle. Oh, yeah, look at that. You guys are teaching me stuff here too. Look at that. We just made that square picture a radius. So I am going to give a big high five for who did that? There's so many people. And Sean, thank you. That was great. That was great. So let's go back to that picture and let's just see the round corners. Okay, we don't have that. None. Okay, so the circle was cool. I like that. So that is really good. Image border. Let's see what we have. Dark. Okay, so we could do an image border on the round part here. So see, use this tool. There's so many little things we can do. You can change the image height. And if you change one side, it usually will change the other side as it's locked in. Maintain ratio. This is what this is for both of these. I want you guys to understand this. You see this and this? If you change one, the other one will change automatically if the yes is checked. Maintain ratio regards to the image height and the image width. Just remember that. So if you took this off and said no, you would have, if you did this, you're going to mess up the picture. Because unless you go to 500 pixels on this one, then you better know this one's different. You're not going to know the number. So keep this as yes. This will maintain these two attributes. So these three go hand in hand. I just want you to know that. Image URL is right there. The radius. We're learning a lot of the different stuff tonight. So I do appreciate everybody here. So there's so much more. Full color, black and white. Let's see what we have. Okay, that didn't come up. Full color. Oh yeah, it did. Look at that. We now have black and white here. That's kind of a cool effect right there. So the picture went black and white. So just going through, and like I said in this book, and I'm going to go back to it real quick. I did state this, that you guys really need to be pushing buttons. You really have to. You have to. If you don't do that, you're going to pretty much not learn how to do it. And don't worry, you're not going to break anything. Just keep going. I mean, look at, we have a gentleman here from the UK, Sean. I'm going to mention his name. 140 books. Now, that is pushing it to the limit. My hat is off. I have nowhere near that. No one else does either. But that is so cool that people are just pushing it to the limit here. But I did state earlier, you really just want to hit the buttons. Go in here and start messing around like we're doing tonight. And just do it, you guys. Really, just do it. And you guys are asking a lot of great questions. You're teaching me some stuff in here too. And there's so much more. These tools are so awesome that as we get into Sendable, Scrindle, other things like that, we're going to learn little things. I really like the radius button here. I got to say, like, let's do this one right here. I'm excited now because I love that little radius thing. Can't even say. That's cool. That kind of gives it a really neat effect. I'm going to say circle. And that's cool. That's really neat. So that's another great thing within Scribble I just found out tonight. So remember, everybody, as we go forward, I really want you to, the main thing you should focus on is outlines, outlines. Here we go. We're back. How long did I lose you guys for that one? Yeah, we're having problems with the bandwidth tonight. And it shows my signal is very strong here. I've got full bar, so I don't know if it's the webinar or if it's just me. So as I was saying earlier, 5 minutes, okay, I do want to ask if we can bring somebody on one of these calls. Sean, I'm going to go directly to you. Sean, would you be willing to come on one of the calls and I'll ask you some questions? Because you've written over 100 books. It would be great if you want to explore some of your wisdom. Okay, let me see. And inside you can find links to the... Fantastic. Well, would you be willing, Sean, to come online some night and spend a little bit of time? Fantastic. Okay. So we're going to do this real soon. We're going to do this real soon. We might even do it this coming week. Sean, if you're available, I'm going to kind of work around it. But would everybody here like to see how some of us are doing massive, massive content? Yes, please finish. Yes, yes, yes. Sean, it's a home run. I'm getting more yeses than you can believe. So Sean, I appreciate it. You're gonna be the you're gonna teach the teacher. So this is good. This is good for all of us. It would really help out. We'd really like to listen and see exactly what you're doing. And someone was just asking about the videos, some of the videos and stuff. And don't worry, we're going to help you guys with different ways to get videos into the PDFs. Links is the only way right now to bring a video, and that's where I just want to show you guys real quick. You can highlight something like this, and then you go to the link, and then you're going to put in the link. The link you're going to put in the HTTPS, and then like I did for an example was google.com, and I'm only using this as an example. Target. It'll say new window. If you do a new window, it means pop-up. What happens is this screen will stay and this will pop up. It'll be a pop-up. If you say none, then when they hit this link, it'll take them away from your website, your PDF, and over to Google or whatever link this is. So a lot of times you want a new window, because if you say none, it'll just take them away. So I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to hit OK and see how it changed the color of it and it's underlined. That means it's a link. How do we submit in websites for sale? How to convert an ebook to video. Okay, the ebook to video, I'm going to show you guys that. You know, that's a good training, and I think I'll try that this next week. You do need something for video software. You need video capture software like this. Let me show you. This is my Snagit. Now, when I do this and I let go, if it's a video, right here, I can take a picture or I can capture a video. Now, as the video's playing, I can stop it, do whatever, but I can capture it. And then it's easy to edit it. So easy. So what I would do, and I'm going to show you guys this, I'll do a training on, let's see, how many people would like to know how to do a video with an ebook? Because I don't know if anybody was doing it. Okay, we're getting a lot of yeses. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. And I did do one like that. I've already done one within Scribble. I did an ebook video. But you're going to need some other tools. I'm going to tell you, you should have the Flipbook software. And the reason is All you're going to do, you can do it with the regular PDF, and I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to have to capture the image. You're going to, like this, I'll show you real quick. If you don't have the flip book, it's kind of strange because you'll go like this, you'll start recording, and then you're going to have to, then you will be allowed to scroll down. You would be recording, and then you would just scroll down slowly with your, as you're going forward. Now with the flip book, what I was doing, and I did this, I actually did it where it was much easier. Much easier. So, and I'll get into that with the flip book. I'll kind of show you a book that I did. So if you guys want to do that, I'll do that as part of the training coming up right away. I'm also going to bring Sean in to help us out on his expertise on the 140 ebooks, I think it was. So we're going to get really going to kind of, we all need to see that, exactly what other people are doing. And Sean, and I have to say this, I keep mentioning Sean's name. He's written that many books. He knows this system inside and out. And guess what? It's because he pushed the buttons hundreds and hundreds of times, and he knows the system pretty much better than anybody because it was just repetition. And he's done a great job. He showed me a few things tonight with some of the radius and the other things. And these are easy tools. You just got to click on them. So my advice to everybody until the next meeting, go in there, throw content in there, play with the pictures, and we will go from there. But next week, I'm going to be bringing someone in to show us, Sean, and I'm also going to try to do the video ebook for you guys so you guys can see how that's done. How to put Amazon for sale, please. You guys would like to try to do that too. I see that. Semi-retired. Okay, and of course, you'd like to run your own marketing company. There's a million ideas here you guys can do. Exactly. And it's not hard to do. So we'll get into that. And I'm writing down the notes right now. So I'm going to make sure that I have a lot of this data in here so I don't forget what everybody is asking for. So basically, you want to know about Amazon. You want to know about the video ebook. Of course, Kindle. A lot of you guys want to be able to upload, to Amazon, of course, and marketing. You want to know how to market, of course. And there's so much. How to advertise, of course. That's one of the most difficult things for a lot of people. But there's a lot of ways to do it. There's a lot of ways. We can show you guys how to do that. Yes, and you do, once you start marketing, if you've done emails, you've done YouTube, there's many different ways. Do we need to create our own website? You can, but your Scrindle is kind of like your website for your ebooks. But if you want to do a marketing company yourself, then my advice is yes, you can do a website. And one thing I got to tell you guys, and I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going to show you where, in my opinion, to go get a web builder, you can completely build your website without ever paying. And once you put your domain on it, then you have to pay. And it's pretty cheap. It's just one of the basic websites you see out there, but I use it and I need to show you guys. I do it. I build systems, and before I even put the domain on it, I make sure the system's going to work. They give you templates. They give you everything. You can put videos in. You can put all the menu items in. You can build the whole darn website and come back and add the domain. Then it goes live instantly. So it is really cool. And it's really easy to attach your domain to. For you guys that don't know how to add your domains or do the DNS, simple stuff. We'll do it on the webinars here as we go forward. But everybody, we're getting late into the evening. I am so sorry about the microphone dropping. Like I said, I'm learning as I'm going. I have everything in front of me more than I ever have. I have several screens going on here. So I'm watching, right now I'm watching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens that goes with the webinar. So sometimes I miss one. So excuse me for that. But tonight was great. I learned a lot myself. And if you want to, please go back to the video for things that you do need. We will do the video ebook. I think that is so important, along with, we're going to call it Sean training. He's going to come in here and show us how he has done so many books. So we got a lot to do this next week. So everybody, I'm going to sign off tonight. And let me see, how many sessions are these trainings? We're going to go on and on with the trainings. We're not going to stop. And the website builders name, people want to know. I'm going to tell you one right now, and I'm just going to give this to you guys. And I know it sounds like, oh no, I'm going to get into this one. Wix, W-I-X. Go to Wix. Just go in there, sign up. You don't have to pay. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to show you some templates, so you can go pick a template. Go pick a template. There's a lot of cool ones. You can build the entire system, videos, everything, pages, menus. And I'll do a training on that if you guys want to. But my idea is you should add some of your content. Some of the stuff you can build within here, within Scribble, you can pull over to your other site because it is easier to build things in Scribble. It's going to be faster for you. But I'm going to show you some techniques where you can grab the stuff and throw it in a website. I'm going to show you guys how you can capture it and then take it over. So we got so much we could do. Yeah, I know. And some people are disagreeing with Wix, and I'm not saying to do it. I've used every single one. I've used Square, I've used Wix, I've used GoDaddy. So if you have other ones, that's great. Believe me, I've used Wix before and I hated it. But lately they did something different, and they did a members area and other things. And there's so many you guys can do. I'm a programmer, so to me, I can do just about all of them, but some of them make you pay or do so much more before you even start. So I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not going to tell you what to do, because please, if you're doing another web builder and you're comfortable, like GoDaddy. GoDaddy's an easy one to use too. I've used GoDaddy before. Great system, actually. Square was wonderful to use. So there's a lot of systems out there. Even Shopify. Shopify's too expensive. And it didn't. And everybody thinks Shopify does great, but basically you get a website and then you got to drive traffic to it. To me, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's better to have something that is easy, less expensive, and then learn how to drive the traffic. So with all that, everybody, I appreciate you. We're going to cut it off for tonight, and we will see you guys next Tuesday, Training Tuesday. So we'll be sending out an email quite early. Adil will be doing that, so I appreciate you guys. So thank you, and have a great evening. And thank you, everybody, for everything. Good night.